Colonel Sanders was an American entrepreneur who founded the world's largest fast food chicken chain, Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, after a series of tragic events which is unbearable for so many people. So follow me till the end. This story will give you goosebumps. Holland David Sanders was born on September 1890 in Henryville, Indiana. After his father died when he was 6 years old, the family became penniless and their mother had to spend long hours toiling at a local tomato canning factory and sewing for her neighbors. This meant she often had to be away from home for long. Holland, who was the oldest of 3 siblings, became responsible for taking care of his younger brother and sister, and it was around this time that he taught himself to cook. Holland held his first job at the age of 10, working on a nearby farm, but because the family was so poor, he had to leave school after 6th grade so he could work full-time. Sanders held several jobs in his early life, such as steam engine stoker, insurance salesman, filling station operator, tire salesman, motel operator, secretary, and even a lawyer, but got fired from every one of them. In 1927, his wife Josephine King, who was not pleased with his inability to be at a job, abandoned him for a short period of time and took their 3 children with her. Shortly after, disaster struck again when his son, Holland Jr., died at the age of 20. Because of all these incidents, Colonel Holland fell into Great Depression and thought of committing suicide. But one idea stopped him from doing it, and it was his mouth-watering fried chicken recipe. Sanders moved to Kirkland, Kentucky and opened a gas station along US Route 25. When tourists and traveling salespeople asked Sanders where they could get something to eat, he got the idea of opening a small restaurant next to the gas station and served them his delicious chicken. Holland's chicken became so popular that the governor of Kentucky designated him a Kentucky Colonel. But this success didn't last long when the road, which was frequented by everyone in front of Holland's restaurant, became unusable due to a newly built highway, and once again he went back to square one, but he didn't quit. After the closure of his restaurant, he traveled across the United States, visiting potential franchise restaurants and offering them his chicken recipe in return for 4 cents on every chicken sold. But he heard 1,009 no's before he heard his first yes. With that one yes, Colonel Sanders changed the way Americans eat chicken, and Kentucky Fried Chicken, popularly known as KFC, was born. With KFC becoming a legend, Colonel Sanders sold his company to John Brown Jr. for $2 million on the condition that he remains the official face of the company. KFC is now one of the most popular fast food brands in the world, serving at more than 19,000 points in 115 countries. On December 16, 1980, Holland Sanders died of leukemia at the age of 90, but his delicious legacy lives on. So let's finish this video with some of Colonel Sanders' motivational quotes. But first make sure to subscribe and press the like button so more people can watch this. I only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It is the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. My life isn't over, and I'm not going to sit in a rocking chair and take money from the government. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. You got to like your work. You have got to be doing something worthwhile so you can like it. Because it is worthwhile that it makes a difference. I just say the moral out of my life is don't quit at age 65. Maybe your boat hasn't come in yet. Mine hadn't.